Crest Hall lives Sister Threnna, so quiet, so small, with candles and cobwebs and bones in a box. She whispered to shadows and played with her rocks. Itsy bitsy necromancer dressed in black and lace summons little puppy bones to prance around her place. She says the matron grants me power with a smile so wide, but we all know Threnna's got her secrets tucked inside. She read every scroll that was hidden and sealed, learned every rune that the wise ones concealed. She giggles with ghouls and she dances with doom. Her room smells like grave moss and lavender bloom. Itsy bitsy necromancer, mistress of the moan. Her puppy pack of skeletons will never fetch a bone. She claims it's all divine, but there's mischief in her grin. Sister Threnna's magic comes from deeper things within. Don't follow the giggles.
All right,
Echo at night.
here we go. Last time we left off, our brave heroes were facing down Golden Dragon, seeking to reclaim the souls and the energy here within the Deadlands. And not wanting to see things return to the cycle, apparently, our heroes intervened to make friends with Alanthor, some alliances here deep within the Deadlands.
They're only making friends with them because they need a wife with a new person. That's what I meant.
Thusly, we are here.
I'll get cops.
And our drone said she's not doing the guy underneath
I
because
put him there.
oh, you did. You're like
I
no.
felt guilty.
Very cool then.
I thought I was doing the purple ground because I can't get that out right now. It's
Yeah.
behind something.
Alanthor, it is your turn.
Oh man, I've had a week to think about what I'm gonna do. 8 Eldritch Blasts. All at advantage because of. Oh man, that's terrible. But all at advantage because of foresight. First one's gonna be a miss. That was a 2 and a 4. That one was cocked. Dirty 20.
That hits.
Switch dice. It's gonna be number 3. That's better. Dirty 30.
Nice.
Number 4 is 29.
Hits again.
Number 5. 26.
It hits.
6 is a 24.
Mm-hmm.
7's a 23. That's 22.
Indeed.
And the last one is a dirty 20.
That hits as well.
So that's 7 blasts. So the first one, 14. Then 12. 15. 7. 6. 10. Last 2. 13 and 8.
Nice. Okay. Many holes punctured.
And hand the blackened hand still outstretched, gonna lean towards Warden and say, "You're getting right up close to it, aren't you?"
Maybe.
Good. That's my turn.
Alrighty. In that case, Laren.
You're 90 feet behind it.
I'm going to bonus action dash, get 120 feet, and get right next to it. And I'm going to cast Psychic Lance. I need an intelligence saving throw.
Right. You said intelligence save?
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, this is really bright. Why is it so bright? Oh, I move things.
That is a dirty 20.
That will still fail, so that's 21 points of psychic damage and incapacitation for a round.
It already is incapacitated.
I mean, it gotta be renewed, right?
Reincapacitation.
That is her turn.
Damage, y'all.
Very nice. Go to Nailumia.
Okay, how close am I to Warden? I will move within 30 feet of him, so moving 15 feet closer as Nailumi starts creating this little hourglass and rapidly spinning it faster and faster and then flicks it at Warden. And as it smacks you, Warden, you now have haste.
Ooh, nice.
And that will be my turn.
Warden.
Flying up to that dragon.
Let's go.
Uh, 21.
That'll hit.
Certainly hope so.
17 damage. She doesn't take any radiant, right?
All right.
Damn, so close. 19. 29.
If that hits.
20 damage.
Yes.
Hasted attack. No crits. 22.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
That'll hit.
That is 16, 15 damage, and then a second level Thunderous Smite for 10 more thunder.
Okay. Holes are getting ripped. Scales are being shed all over the ground.
And that is my turn.
Okay. So it is incapacitated. Therefore, it's going to try to zoom up 240 feet in the air.
Oh, I guess
Oh, sorry, 120. My bad.
he needs to make a strength save for Thunderous Smite.
Also, Shiny is still on the back. I don't know.
Well, Shiny would fall off or be ejected. 18 on that save?
Fails.
Okay. What's that do?
He's prone.
Okay. So was that when you hit him before?
Yes.
Okay. So he fell to the ground. And then now trying to avoid all the up attacks, they will go 120 into the air.
So you have to use half his movement to stand up.
Yeah, so have stand up, thank you, sorry.
That's-
Then 60.
It's gonna be 60. Okay, hold on. I gotta find my 60.
He lumbers and beats his wings lazily.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Shiny on the back or no?
No. Shiny is removed. And one thing on the bottom is just stunned. So go to Shiny.
How far up did he go?
40
Sick.
from you, because you got
40
40
from-
from 20.
Okay. Shiny is going to fly up to him and try to grapple him.
All right. Oof. That is only an 8.
That is a 26.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be a roll, it'd be a save. I don't think your save's 26.
Oh, okay.
But it definitely fails. As you have a dragon.
I'm just like holding its wings.
Are you in your form?
No,
Yeah, the
he's in
Planetar.
Plantar, okay, that's what I thought. So Plantar, as the dragon, you've got your movement holding it aloft. It is 0. No.
And who's looking really terrible down there?
I'm at 71.
I'm at 54.
Okay. How far is Lanthor from me?
40.
I will
You
hit.
could have healed him on your way up.
Yeah, I still gonna reach him. I got 60 feet healing word, so that'll be 22 hit points back to you, Lanthor.
Thank you.
And that's his turn. Hey guys, I got him. Why Shiny's an Italian from New York City now? I don't know.
Alanthor.
The Planetar.
Oh shit! Already.
Hey, what about the cleric?
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Brenna.
Cleric.
Brenna will
Don't think about her.
shoot a beam of necrotic energy. I mean, blue holy light. And it fires.
I've seen Toll the Dead before.
And that will be 35. As their face grows veined and ghastly. All right, now Lantor.
I'm reading something. See if it's a.
Don't you yawn. That's not allowed. I'm also allowed to be tired. That's right.
Yeah.
Drink your coffee.
I don't really see too much more to do. I'm gonna bonus action hex, and then just do my 4 Eldritch Blasts.
We just want to see how many rings I can put on.
Got it.
I get it.
24,
It's
28,
yes.
26, and a natural 20.
Yeah.
So let's roll coordinated shot. Let's go. This will be fun. That was cocked. Both cocked. That's really funny. So first one, 11 force, 1 necrotic.
Mars. Or Lanthor.
Yeah.
Roll an extra 18d6.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't have that many.
Well,
diamonds.
actually. Yeah, no, it's just an attack roll. So yeah. It's Nylumia accelerates that last force blast. So
So 18d6.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll just get that through D&D Beyond right now. So that's extra 63. from
Nice.
support acceleration. The second Eldritch Blast is 6 force, 3 necrotic.
Here's your coffee cup, baby.
Number 3 is 10 force, 6 necrotic. And then the crit is going to be 17 force, 11 necrotic.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna give him, since I never declared it for the hex, I'm just gonna stick it with intelligence disadvantage, which also means he has disadvantage on those saves through Eldritch checks.
You got it. And then, looking bad, blood spurting from its jaws, its body, everywhere. We got Laren.
Psychic Lance. Intelligence saving throw.
Nice. It's gonna fail.
Okay, 30 points of psychic damage.
Okay. So how do you want to kill it?
So you just see this beam of like psionic purple light shoot from Laren's finger to it. Goes right through its brain. Kind of like, kills it.
Alright, with that, it crashes down. Creature below being consumed in golden fire. Then you see the various fires all around getting snuffed out. Until it lies on the ground and itself is burning. Fading away, being pulled away from this realm.
Can I grab like a tooth or something?
Yes! You can try. Give me a survival check.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, there's just 15.
Okay. The 15. You go down, you begin. It comes out a bit. A little cracked, but you definitely have 3/4 of it.
Nylumia uses exhaustion and takes another one and sees Warden try for this tooth and break it a little bit. She goes, "He deserves a whole one," and you pull it out perfectly.
Nice.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, she looks way tired now.
The attack tooth of the divine dragon.
So since we helped you kill that thing, you're rejoining the group, right? That's how this works.
Alanthor just puts his hand up. It's like 1 second. And he's gonna go over to where towards the middle of this battlefield. Also away from the Heaven Hound. I'm gonna use my, before I do this, correct me if I'm wrong, this is sort of where the undead will kind of rise up.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Alanthor's just gonna extend the blackened hand, and with my last spell slot, I'm gonna cast Negative Energy Flood, and just let all that roll out. And all undead targets don't take damage or make a save; they instead get 5d12 hit points. So I'm just trying to revitalize this death in here, and I'll roll just in case. And that's so I'm just letting all this necrosis and undead power just wash back into where Marduk was doing his thing.
Yeah. So it begins to, you feel, and the ground that looked blackened and almost just like gray and hard begins to soften and become visibly fertile once more.
He's fertile.
And Threnna watches you with just studying this, very interested.
He's gonna clock that, but then turn back towards Nylumia. He said, "Rejoin." What?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to travel with us every day, but I don't think you ever got kicked out of the Rasgard, so you're technically still a member.
It kind of almost, I guess, went that way. I don't. think of some other questions to ask you before I give any answer. But I did misjudge all of you right now. Thank you for your help.
Of course. You might actually be able to help us with some answers. How well do you know what's been going on in Zadash and the power struggle there?
Honestly, I don't know anything that's going on in there. I haven't been back to Zadash since Azrael and I helped stabilize it.
That leads to my next questions. So, what's with Azrael's thing?
What thing?
I mean, like his deal. Is there three of him? Like, is there one that's in the dynasty? Is there one that's named Amnon? Is there one in the kingdom that's working under the Dwindle? Like, come on now, buddy.
No. There's only one Azrael. It's just him. But I do know Amnon, though.
Have you ever seen them in the same place together?
Yes, the three of us built the wall together.
Are they related?
Matt, do I know if they're related?
I mean, yeah, you don't think they are. I mean, you never heard of them being.
Outside of them just looking similar, no, I don't know if they're related.
Okay, then.
They're just red tieflings.
Is Azrael still working with the Dwendalian Empire?
Would I know that? I don't think I know that.
No, not really.
No. I don't know. I only ever see him here in the Deadlands.
God, what are you good for then?
Like, do you ever like exchange information with the guy? No, it's fine. But just to give you a heads up, we did kind of kill one of him. You say that there's only one of him. I still think there's like multiples out there. It's fine. But we did kind of kill him. So
Killed. I saw him last week.
Killing is a strong word. We know he had like tricks up his sleeve. It was just a minor inconvenience for him, I was sure.
We turned him into goo.
Yeah. You saw him last week.
Turned him into goo.
Completely unintentional, just an accident.
Yeah, we meant to kill him.
I mean, okay, fine.
Your friend's a right piece of crap, you know.
I do have a question. Are you friends? Are you allies, collaborators, friends? Are you two together? Just checking. What did Azrael ever... Why are you two working together? What did he promise you? What did he tell you? Because you seem to be pretty ignorant to what he's been doing.
Azrael and I worked together because for a while until today, I thought he and I were the last two members of Rosgard.
So he did not tell you that.
Did not tell me what.
That he's in charge, helping with a Fey genocide?
That, and he's been watching each one of us.
He's met us. He had stacks of notes on each of us in the Rasgard. He did not tell you that the Rasgard still existed.
No. I honestly also don't really give a crap about what goes on outside the walls. So if you guys picked up our name, okay, but outside of this, that's not really my concern.
But are you not curious as to why he is here, what he intends to do with the Deadlands? It's very dangerous, isn't it? An Archmage working here as if he's some sort of beloved ruler, a provider, they call him. But yet, even you do not know what he wants with the Deadlands.
I don't care what he wants. As long as my people are safe, then that is my main concern.
What if your people aren't safe? Because you see, you might not know exactly what he's been doing outside of these parts, but last time we checked, he was part of the Dwendalian Empire, at least some sort of mage there. And the Dwendalian Empires came up with ways to capture Fae souls.
Okay.
You don't think that happens to be like a connection there at all, you know? This whole thing he helped build down here, and now there's this connecting of like, I'm taking souls up here. You don't think, and then he wanted this really big, powerful book that he's called himself the inheritor of. Like, I'm just saying, sounds a little suspicious. And I used to be a queen of the summer court.
You're seeing just multiple different looks of confusion on Elanthro's face. Hearing like going after this, after the book, after all this, you being a queen. I honestly don't know how to react to any of this. I didn't know what Azrael was getting up to. I don't really pay attention to what he's getting up to until I see him, and then even at that point,
So the fact that he's a genocidal maniac is a complete surprise to you?
Kinda, yeah.
He never had any little hints or anything that he was planning to, suck the lives out of Fae children everywhere?
Not him. Not Amnon. There was this one lady that that helped us from afar, who I always didn't really get along with, mostly because of what she was doing when I first met her. She had this weird Fae link connection thing, just turning Fae goblins into makeup. It's really weird.
Yeah, the crazy Aegon. Don't have to worry about her. Pretty sure she's trapped in the Shadow Realm or something.
That explains why I hadn't seen her.
Well, since you don't really know much about anything we're trying to gain information on, and we just helped you do that mighty thing of saving this land, would you like to help us possibly infiltrate Zadash's power structure and put my best friend, motions to Laren, in charge?
All for the improvement of lives in the Deadlands and protection of your people, right?
Also, you kind of owe us after we just killed a holy dragon.
She is married to Borgel now, too. So, I mean, I don't know if that was your, buddy, but...
I met him literally the day before I first saw you guys in that weird place. That explains where he's been. Okay. I'm gonna think about it. But I mean, if it is for the betterment and protection of my people, then I'll at least consider it.
You see, I knew we were going to be friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, There's going to bring hand to his mouth, and you see he has this weird little like tarnished ring, and he's going to learn that it's actually a whistle. It blows into it, and after like a minute of just awkward silence after the whistle, you hear just a horse coming around like up over a hill, slightly skeletal, but still got a little bit of muscle and tendon on him. And the horse just comes right up over to Elanther and he just climbs on.
What's your horse's name?
This is Buddy.
I've heard about him. Can I pet him?
Sure.
Now let me come some. Yeah, you look so cute. Good horsey. I heard a lot about you from Talbot and Keen and them.
So
we should probably go get Mars.
Hold on. You knew Talbot and Keen, so they got out. They got out of the dash.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Talbot's actually, he's a complicated one at this point. He gave his soul to two, well, not soul, but his body to two fake people. He's complicated. And Keen I haven't seen in a while. He returned home and then kind of disappeared.
Looking now that the fight is over and he's not in a weird rush to get back to anywhere, there are 3 scarves dangling from his belt. One looks similar to the scarf that Keen used to wear. Not the exact one, but similar one. Crimson red with the golden band. And there's just a solid green one, and it just looks like a weird, just instead of a scarf, just like a tarnished strip of leather.
I should probably also mention, I think Gaha is either in Uthadurn, correct, Matt?
Uthadurn, yeah. You'd run into her there.
Yeah. Yeah, Skaha's in Uthadurn. I believe you traveled with them too.
Yeah. There were 4 of us who left Rosanna together. It was Talvin, Keen, Rozga, Skaha, and myself.
Well, yeah. Can we make our ways to Mars now, though? I think
Yeah.
probably worried about us.
Yeah. Elanthar's gonna snap his fingers, and a skeletal hawk is gonna appear on your head, and he's gonna say, "Tiny, go ahead." And the hawk's just gonna fly out and guide the way back to Mars.
All right. Let's say, as you all go that direction, Shiny, you see Threnna taking a good amount of the ground here, just very quietly, letting everyone kind of not notice her and putting it in one of her bags.
Okay. Shiny will pretend he didn't see that for now.
But clerics like sand from the Holy Land.
Maybe she's Maybe she likes dirt. It's her hobby.
All right. Anything as you make your way back?
How long was the trip back to where Mars is?
Like 3 weeks.
What? Oh shit!
Unless you're turning into mist again.
Wait, I thought we left Mars
in the town with the dragon attacking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mars was with he was back with
Was
the,
it with the town?
the survivors.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right. So not too long then, probably about. You're not doing mist. I think so. Like a few days.
No, I think we.
So
left
you missed
Mars.
it over there.
No, Mars was with us when we missed it, and we left him whenever we attacked the dragon. I think.
Yeah, we got to Elder when Mars elected to stay
Okay.
with.
I thought you were back with the town. Okay. So if they were just outside of this area, then that's fine. Yeah. So you go back to Mars.
Well, on the walk back, I guess, Shiny will stroll up to Threnna and be. Did you find a rock?
Oh. Yes, very interesting stones. It's always good to find ones from various places.
Shiny's gonna pull like this random rock out of his pack. I found this one in Nicodranus, and I found this one in the place where the pirates all live. I like this one from the pirate place because it might be a shell. Not sure. What's so special about the rocket you got?
I think that it comes from a place where the dead walk and talk, and over there, it's apparently where the dead are born. Can you imagine that? The dead being able to be born. That's amazing.
Do you think it has something to do with the ground here? The land itself?
Kind of undoubtedly. The land itself has something that's could feel it, I guess, sentient. It's almost like that the bits of sentience just eventually leak up and create something. Love to figure out exactly how that happens.
Won't it be mad if it's missing part of itself?
Shucks. All gets moved all around. I doubt it would miss any piece.
You know what? I mean, if the land itself is helping to birth undead here, like if you took some earth somewhere else, like I don't know, Rexentrum, for example, maybe you could use that dirt to birth undead there.
Oh, well, of course that would be ridiculous.
Inside check, please.
Why don't you believe the cleric?
That is a
What?
22.
Okay. Interesting. Say, I mean, she says the words, but the hit from her voice seems that she doesn't think that it's that ridiculous.
But did she? What? Is she looking? So Shiny specifically is looking for any reaction to see if, like, oh, this kid just found out what my secret plan was, type of thing.
Yeah, I'd say you don't. I would say not precisely.
Okay.
But you did get onto there's something that she's specifically trying to do.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of crazy.
Ow.
Oh, look! Mars!
Mars will meet the party halfway across the distance where they are on the back of the steed that Warden granted him. Hey, you're back and you all look worse than the hells. Are you all okay?
Oh, Mars, first you missed a fight with a Tarask, then you missed a fight with a celestial dragon. I don't know what to say, but you just seem to miss all the fun bits.
Yeah, time's never really been my thing.
Are you afraid of dying? It's okay. I mean, you died once.
I have died once, but like, I don't think it's being afraid of dying. It's just a bad case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, has anything happened since we left for like 20 minutes to a couple hours?
Come back, everything seems to be mostly normal here.
And what's Felderwind actually look like?
Oh, where it is now? So you'd left it where it had been mostly destroyed from the dragon's attack. So it's still a place to burn, but all the golden fire is gone.
Alanthor's going to send his hawk familiar, Tiny, flying up and just telling him to take an aerial pass around the town, look for, although he doubts that there are any, look for any survivors.
You look and it's just you see strewn about just so many younglings. These are all ones that didn't quite get themselves together. Pieces of them burned, their bodies devoid of the energy of the Deadlands.
Alanthor's going to climb down off of Buddy out on the main and just sit down on the nearest rise, just overlooking the ruin.
Can't you just like bury him again? It's not like they're more dead than they were when they first died.
Threnna speaks. I think it'd be somebody else.
When people come back, they're not exactly what they were. Over time, for some, fragments come back, but that's not who they are. I don't know if what Marduk did is gonna have the same effect, or if they're gonna come back, or if they're gone. I don't know. I don't even know how we got in here.
Well, he said something about greater deities. He wasn't working with any deity that I knew of. He said that the ones here in Exandria were like lesser.
Greater deities?
Something about the wheel.
A great wheel, yes, we are aware of that, but any deities beyond that? Would we have heard anything about greater deities? Things outside of the wheel, even?
I don't think so. You really would have contacts over that type of stuff.
Like what he said was that this place was no longer a part of the wheel, and he was trying to bring it back in.
Sort of makes sense. I mean, the dead doesn't return to the cycle, and they were rising as new lives, well, unlives. But it's strange what he talks about.
So, guys, what's our next plan? I mean, I'm pretty sure that we gated Elanthor here to see if we could learn information. Surprisingly, you really don't know much. Nothing against you.
It's kind of the point. I didn't want to know.
But, I mean, now do we continue on with to Zadash?
We could do what we did the last time, travel near to Zadash, rest a little bit before we head in.
I definitely need a rest. Maybe in a day or two if we could.
Yeah, I can't make us wind until I relax a little bit.
Well, we're still wind right now, though, right?
Has 8 hours passed?
I don't think it. Let me see. It's 4. I think you did just come to the end of 8 hours by the time you got here.
Because I think it took like 5 hours for us to get here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we could hang out here and maybe help them for a day or two. Get back going a little bit. This place looks a little wrecked from that dragon.
Works for me.
That would make sense. I am curious about this place where dead rises and everything.
When did the dragon start attacking?
Was I kind of present when Marduk started attacking?
You were alerted, so I think when you got word of it, they began moving through the Deadlands roughly. Oh, let's see here. You would have sensed its thing, so a little bit, probably an hour before you were summoned by this group.
I told him that.
I don't think it was anything we did then.
It just appeared out of nowhere?
As far as I know.
I don't think we summoned this last year dragon. Oh, what a thought.
We'd been here for at least 2 days at that point.
But there is a thought of what if we weaken the barrier enough for something like that to come in? Because remember how Elanthor questioned how we were able to even cross over here? If we were able to cross over and it weakens somehow the wards, maybe other things are able to now.
It was not that big of an endeavor. It was just... I was wondering about that. If this barrier is supposed to be so strong, how did we just cross over with, like, minor magic?
Well, I mean, minor magic and the fact that we are carrying very major artifacts around with us at alter time.
True.
I don't know if that played anything of this. Elanthor, when you, Amnon, Azrael made this whole thing happen, were the beacons involved?
were the beacons involved in the building of the wall? Or would I have not been around for that part?
You would have been aware that you did see them. They were involved in it.
I saw a few of them.
In Jadash itself, there was a beacon that was recovered during some of the Death Rising times.
There were a few beacons present here. One was recovered here too. So I guess that could have been like you have a beacon on you.
What? Why would you ask that? That's so crazy.
I mean,
Good buddy. Good buddy.
a skeletal hawk, the skeletal hawk is going to land on your head and just like look down at you.
Huh? Good birdie.
It's tiny. You said beacon. You mentioned carrying artifact on you. It's kind of I'm not the smartest person, but that kind of leads me to believe you might have one on you.
No, we don't have one of those. We have this other thing that, like, if we open it, it will, like, completely and utterly rain destruction.
Alanthor and Tiny are both going to look over at Shiny, and then back to Nylumia.
I am not good at lying, so yeah. I mean, we have stuff on us that can change and alter things.
I mean, I'm sure you have plenty of powerful magic with you.
You all kind of saw the extent of it. Used kind of everything I got, except for one thing. But I don't think I would really want to use that right now.
I mean, I guess you did see me use the amulet as well.
I did. Saw the bookworm over there do some really weird goth shit. Same with the ghost.
What?
That's just clerical magic.
That's just very offensive, Alanthor. We don't say that.
I mean, no offense, because I think you can tell I have a kind of flair for that stuff. But yeah, I'm not going to pry into that.
So you're looking up, and she's like has parchment out. She seems to be making various drawings and notations.
I'm just going to have Tiny flap over onto Brenda's shoulder, and I'm going to look through Tiny's eyes to see what she's writing, what she's doing. You'll just see Orlando's eyes just go black.
Interesting. You can see on this parchment she's inscribing all types of symbols. And in the cutest way possible. Skulls and eyes. Well, one eye really. And then all around heart.
Is that how you do your magic?
Oh, maybe. I just making calculations because of what I've seen here. That's all.
Do you have any theories?
Just have. She starts kind of stumbling over her words.
You're in a
I
trusted
think
place.
there's some magic. What this place is doing wasn't thought possible. And I think it's unique to this place, but there are some potential things that can be maybe used for good outside of here.
What type of good are you referring to?
Well, I suggested that we could, if somebody brought some of the dirt from the Deadlands elsewhere, you could use the dirt to make undead over there. But she said that was a stupid idea.
Did you say that?
I'd say it was stupid.
I don't know. I heard stupid.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
What god do you serve?
Oh, the matron.
Do I believe her? I personally don't, but I'm gonna see if Alantha believes her.
No, go ahead.
+1. He believes her for now.
Yeah, believe you.
He's just gonna say, he's gonna use Awakened Mind, step into her head and say, I think drawing skulls and icons with only one eye is gonna lead others to believe you don't actually follow the matron.
Oh. Well, no, I guess they would think that. But they would be misunderstanding how things work. This place has a certain wavelength of energy in ritual. If you were to use any of this knowledge, you'd have to also use that.
Just, I'm gonna pretend like I know what everything you just said means, but just be.
That is her scroll.
Oh, that's too cute.
Just be very careful.
How could you get evil vibes from that? Come on.
I can't.
Yeah, that says to me that you need to put a sacrificial heart of somebody in the middle of the magic circle.
Well, that is true. But I don't think it has to be sacrificial.
Like a goat's heart or something.
No, it would have to be human.
Unwilling. Gotcha.
It could be unwilling, yeah.
So just a heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she kind of, now that I kind of see this and y'all get into it, her nerdy, like she just can't help herself now as she says, well, so I think I can treat a heart, if we get one, to be the focus of a ritual.
A ritual to do what?
Seeing the scroll, let me make an Arcana check.
I will say what you think this is doesn't exist in the world, and she is creating it right now.
Can see if she's is there a way I could help her with my foresight ability? To see if there's any imperfections at the limit.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I kind of want to hop on that too because I have a kind of alright Arcana.
Can I also help, please?
I'm gonna guide myself.
Somebody wants to help the baby necromancer.
Can I give somebody disadvantage?
We have to wear barbs. I will guide myself here.
That D4 was cocked. Oh boy, I have an Arcana proficiency.
And you're the baby priestess, Matt. Jeez.
31 from Alanthor.
36.
From Nylamia.
Oh, jeez.
I rolled a 5 if anyone was curious.
I think you helped the most.
Shiny's talking to the bird.
Magic.
Yeah, I think judging from the it actually takes a bit of a feat for those of you who got this 30 at high to understand her very cutesy arcana shorthand. So a few things you actually pick up is when she says things like the Raven Queen and all these things, the way she came about this problem seems actually to be using principles of magic that would be holy in nature. Extremely subverted and made to do things that you don't think would be approved of, but it seems to still kind of come from that, specifically this idea of the transition from life to death.
Put Jester Laporte. Oh shit, are we a cult?
This idea of the Raven Queen's role in taking a soul and pulling it to where it needs to be. And that seemed to be the study of the way that she thinks. In addition, some things that would help her. Right now, her ritual requires a heart to be treated specially for about a year. It would be more powerful hearts, or specifically hearts of a being or creature that was born and then died in the Deadlands itself. Even an undead one would create a more powerful effect and also not require as much treatment. You realize she has figured out that using soil from the Deadlands can speed it up as well, is why you think she took some of it.
So that it had to be someone born in the Deadlands and then died in the Deadlands.
Like an undead that was, or living. Actually, we either created the Deadlands and so like one of the dead folk here.
Gotcha.
Or if there was like a culture that wasn't dead that was here, that would work as well.
What if you use the original undead dude from the Deadlands? Lancer.
Hi, I still have my heart. It doesn't beat, but it's there. Might still need it.
But Laren and Nailumia, you're able to understand that this wouldn't raise 10 bodies. This could raise tens of thousands.
I like her. Let's keep her.
I mean, Alantha, I know you just joined, but you could like raise like a whole continent of people if you wanted to like self-sacrifice and make yourself do greater good.
You want me?
It's just an option.
You're not using it.
Okay, yeah, but it's still there. It's like I'd just be walking around with an open wound. How do we know if like me giving my heart to this doesn't like just kill me?
I'm sure we can find another one from one of these other folks. Of course, one that you do not like, Alantha, or like not one of your beloved people, of course.
Well, I mean, this does bring us an opportunity of if there is a power in play in Zadash we have to take out, we get their heart.
She looks, would you guys really help me with my spell?
Yes, of course.
Sure.
But before you fully develop it, you have to give it a name.
That's like the best part.
That's the first step in any studies of theories or magic or spells.
Like Rowlith in the Psychic Lance, Mike's Heart Lemonade. Something
You
like
have to
that.
put your name in front of it. It's Threnas something.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we have to actually cast it, right? You can't do it before it's like we make sure it works.
Nah, just wing it. What's the worst that could happen?
Because you'd help me, right,
Oops, sorry.
Warden?
If they say it's good, then I am down. Where are you trying to cast this?
I'm not sure yet.
And the goal of the spell is to raise more folk. More undead folk.
I mean, if we do it right, it might. Like, I think, I think it takes some time for them to become that, but I believe that potential would be imbued in them if I use the things that we've gathered here, especially from a being here.
And this is just to create? What would you use these undead? Or are you just trying to make?
You aren't trying to dominate them, subvert them to your will.
Well, I mean, initially, that's I don't have a choice in that matter. Otherwise, they just do anything.
You're trying to lead, not dominate, then?
Well, initially, and then they can do what they want, I suppose.
How long do they need to be under your spell?
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I'm literally drawing that up right now. It's just kind of tell like she's nervous as she's talking about this. Because I just know from these calculations, eventually they should gain probably slower than here. Maybe I think.
In Laren's head, Dilemma is just going to say, wouldn't it be weird if that goddess chick we met made herself a body and put herself as Threnna and is now trying to create an army through the Undead Lands with this? Or at least somehow contacted this girl to do this for her?
Well, it's very possible, though I don't see a problem with that.
No, I'm not saying there is, but I'm just saying it's just all a little convenient, you know? This girl wants to create this mass army, and she seems to like a warden a lot. She keeps on asking him to help, so...
I do agree. I think it's possible.
We should definitely help her in this.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Back to the conversation. Sister Brenna, you don't have to worry. There's no judgment here. We literally are just trying to help as much as we can. That's kind of the Rasgard way.
Right. Oh, good. She tells you, Lather, she goes, I'm trying to figure out what we could do to help your people here that were hurt, but I don't.
I have a couple of ideas. I have one idea. Like what I did back at the Risen Ground. Put some more energy back into the ground here at Elderwind. I just need an hour, and I can do it a few more times.
She nods. I think I could bring people, but they wouldn't be that sentient, at least not right away.
When would they become sentient? Do you know?
She kind of shakes her head. No.
He's gonna crouch down and re-up the use of Awakened Mind.
I might,
Go ahead.
with the whole reawakening, there might be a way to at least give them some life. Lanther was correct. We do have a beacon on us.
Called it.
There is possibility that there might be souls inside of it that haven't been reborn yet.
But they want to be reborn and reunited with the Kryn, don't they?
Well, I mean, a life is a life, is it not?
Vanna starts making a bunch of sketchings.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
That would be definitely a very interesting experiment.
Changing the shape so it's no longer a circle around the heart. She's like,
So we use mine and Threnna's magic with the beacon. Bring power back into the earth, and through that power, send souls.
I also have some necrotic energy from other sources I could supply to help you.
Do you have specifically? This is Aiden asking. Do you have negative energy flood?
No, I was more talking about other necromancy spells potentially helping, not in the way that. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on that.
Well, for the time being, Tiny is gonna hop off of Threnna's shoulder, flap over onto Shiny's head, and just kind of like roost there for a minute. And Elanther just steps over and just mentally, once again, tells Tiny to go fly off, just go land in the middle of town, middle of the ruins, and that's where we'll meet him eventually.
okay, so they go off.
All right. I need an hour.
Well, I need a day. So, unless one of you can open my demi plane for me. You don't think I could literally carry this? I mean, come on, look at me. Where would I put it on me?
Then we'll open your
holding.
doors.
Oh, you can open my demi plane? Okay.
You don't have bags folding.
I have a portable hole.
What is? You just have a hole that you can carry around?
Yeah. But then, since Laren, you cast this spell, Laren?
Mhm.
Okay, then Naomi will hop into her demi plane, come back out with the beacon.
Okay.
And then she will hand it to Threnna and go, here, you might need this if you want to actually, start using it with your designs.
This looks. Gives a smile.
Oh yeah, nobody used it today too, so if you could look into it and stare off, you'll see some really cool stuff.
Ooh. She goes, okay. And she quickly draws and takes out various instruments and starts to kind of make a study of it. Yeah, so what would you all like to do?
I'm gonna cast Death Ward on myself and start attuning back to the amulet. And I'm wearing plate right now. Could I turn it into half plate?
I think if you're taking like about a day here and
Yeah.
do some work, yeah.
Okay. Take a day and turn my plate into half plate and attune to the dragon tooth. See what it does.
All right. Very cool. And I put all of that in loot.
It doesn't say what it does.
So it allows your weapon to become a holy avenger.
Awesome.
Sick.
I guess that's a good thing that I made time work for you, Warden.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know that. That's really cool.
Oh, did I actually not get the word holy avenger in there? Wow. Apologize. Yeah.
That's because we don't need it in there. We know it's a Holy Avenger.
Rapier.
There you go.
So we're doing the ritual thing, at least Rena and Mars. Not Mars. Gosh, Lazar.
Yeah. If we're just doing the hour, then like waiting the hour before doing it, then because Lanther just needs a short rest to get the slots back for negative energy flood. But if we're waiting for Nylumia to be around to help out, then I guess we'll wait the day.
What? I already got the beacon out.
Okay. Then we'll just wait the hour. I'm working my short rest.
Very cool. You do this. Let's go ahead and we'll take a little bit of an early break and then we'll come back to this if that sounds good.
Yep.
Very cool. Me putting up the wrong hour because I'm
What?
smart.
You putting what?
The wrong hour up. That's all right.
That happens.
Alrighty. So, as Laren stares at the sickening aura coming from Warden.
She's just rolling her eyes at the rapier at this point.
Just do some practice slashes, not at her, but general direction.
Amazing. So I guess a Lanthor, you're trying to negative energy flood into the area.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Rena if she's willing to go with me, because I know she's probably want to see this. And climb on the back of Buddy, and just descend down into the ruins of Elderwind and find Tiny. So I told him to go to the exact center. Once we're there, I'm gonna climb down. Is there anything? I'm still kind of hazy on a lot of stuff right now. Or are you just here for the show? Or you're contributing? I forget.
She kind of nods. Goes, I'm a little tired, but I thought of something. When she sets a few diagrams out, and she tries to build. Well, she builds out of like pieces of the ruins and burnt wood. What looks like a model of a village. So I'm wondering if this will help. And she puts her hand out, and a scythe appears. She lowers it into the house. Sorry, the village. And she like, I'll put what I have through, and you can do what you're going to do just through the blade of the scythe.
Lanthor's gonna summon his longsword in his left hand, stake it into the ground. Crouch down, put his hand on the scythe, the blackened hand, and cast negative energy flood through onto the scythe.
Is that it? Your blackened and green energy seems to entwine with this eerie blue misty magic as it pushes into this model. Then you hear sounds of crushing as buildings, what's left of the buildings, almost obliterated and replaced with beautiful new ones in this strange Gothic style. The village, as Rena kind of smiles. And then from the ground come a series of dead folk looking around, beginning to clean up debris, at the same time they're being sort of ordered, like you've not seen them do. Like they have a sense of to do something, but that same wonder and curiosity about their folk, a combination of skeletons and zombies and ghoulish creatures.
Lenter's gonna stand back up, take his hand off the scythe, and the blade disappears. Your brand of magic is a bit different than what I've seen other folks do.
Surprised what you can find in the basement.
You can say that about a lot of things, actually.
All types of stuff down there.
Thank you for helping in this very weird way, but thank you.
They should I mean, they might start making food. It's kind of weird, but they'll be doing things, but they should also, I think, learn how to do them at the same time.
Okay. Are they able...
interested? It's after 7 days we'll really see what happens.
Okay. Are they able to protect themselves here?
I think in a basic fashion, nothing too fancy though.
Okay. And Lanthor is just gonna climb back up on top of Buddy and just.
You do see this. The village now is surrounded by these large Gothic walls that have stone gargoyles perched upon them.
Yeah, eat your heart out, Strahd.
Fancy. Lanthor's just gonna he's gonna help throw it back up onto Buddy. Go back up towards one of the walls, and if he's able to, he'll just scale to the top of one of the wall portions and just sit on the edge and do what he's done numerous times across the Deadlands for all these new settlements popping up.
Yes. There you go. You watch over and try to give them their space.
Mars is gonna come up to Shiny and just stand next to him and say, "That guy looks pretty weird."
Yeah, it kind of gets on my nerves. He was like completely useless in terms of what we came here for. We came all this way because we thought he had answers, and now he doesn't have anything.
Nothing. He's got nothing.
Apparently not. I don't know. How was it here?
Quiet. Nothing came by. The fire eventually died down. I assume that's when you guys killed the thing. Just spent the time, playing guard.
We did do the right thing, right?
I mean, these are people. They're gonna be, well, they have lives. I think they have unlives. It's a gray area, and that's where they kind of yes, you guys did the right thing. I have no faculty of explanation, but for yes, you did the right thing.
I mean, normally I don't really care what the gods think. or what their plans are, or what they want to have done in the world. But I mean, this is kind of like a natural order type of thing.
Yeah, life and death, that's all natural. Like, the gods didn't come down and be like, I'm going to install life and death, and I'm going to what? You're gonna do that. Like, no.
But what happens when you don't die anymore?
I don't know.
Well, it's not that you don't die, it's you can come back. And I mean, if they're pissed at that, they should be pissed at the Luxon, right? This is
They
just
probably should be.
a little grosser, maybe?
Not as refined. I think the right verbiage would be.
True. Fair enough.
I mean, we're kind of. Mars looks and like 15 feet away sees a bunch of people and just waves to them.
Oh, that one's hand is falling off.
Oh.
Oh, you can see right through his eye socket into his head.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean that. Oh, just above the table, just so I'm make sure I'm understanding. So when people die and they're resurrected, air quotes, in the Deadlands, they're resurrected as a different person, or are they the same person?
Right, so they're not really resurrected. It's as if a new consciousness with this used body is born. So they don't have memories of their former self. Not at least identifiable ones.
A bastardization of the Luxon.
Well, so then, where are these consciousnesses coming from?
No idea.
Maybe they could be coming from souls that didn't go to a specific deity, stuck in limbo. Or they could be raiding the upper planes for souls.
Upper planes? They could all be demons in disguise.
I mean, yeah, we did see Yanagu here.
So what if every single one of these people is a demon?
Mars is gonna look back at the ocean of people and then back to Shiny and Warden. I don't know how to go about asking people if they're demons.
They lost their memories. I don't think they lost their full personalities. If they were evil, I think we would know they were evil.
Well, I mean, how much of your personality is built on memory? How much is it? Are you who you are because of, like, where you're from, or like
what if they're just being possessed?
I wouldn't want to ask Beardo up on the wall. I mean, they could be getting possessed. Could be a reverse Luxon thing. They could just be taking in souls, not pulling them out.
Can I use Divine Sense? See if they're just undead or if they're fiendish.
Yeah. So let it out. And they're definitely not fiends, and as you sense the undead, you do, though there is a slight difference than other ones you've sensed before. They're clearly undead, but it's kind of just a different, like, whether it be flavor or different type of sense. It just kind of strikes you as odd.
And the ground is, I'm assuming it's hollowed.
Yes. Well, yes, desecrated.
Desecrated. That's what I was thinking of. Consecrated or desecrated. They don't seem fiendish to me.
Okay, well that's one good thing.
I could sprint up to one and start screaming infernal at it, see if it reacts.
Maybe not.
Yeah, that would be a really weird thing for just an Eladrin just run up and start screaming random nonsense in a language they don't understand.
Where's
Well,
the
it
Lanthor right now?
Lanthor's sitting on top of one of the on top of the gothic wall that you just watched sprout out of the ground.
So
You know how like when you're trying to see if someone's a spy and you like stab them in the hand real quick to see what language they curse in? Kind of like that,
Yes.
you know?
And then my other question is like, okay, they're brand new people. So if they live here, if they're unborn here, reborn here, and then they die, and they get reborn again, they're new again. The different person.
Guess Threnna coming back here. I believe so.
Okay, but then how is a 1 day old or one? How do they know how to talk? How do they know how to walk? Do all this stuff?
She kind of shrugs.
That's weird. I never thought of that.
Like, wouldn't they be like babies? Or what if it's because it's the reverse? What if they start old and they get young?
It's kind of like, okay, you guys ever hear the story of Benjamin Button? It's this weird, like, fictitious story. Like, a dude's, like, got younger. Like, he was, like, born, but he looked like an old, I think I'm getting this right. I don't think Aiden doesn't know if he's getting this right. But just, like, as he gets chronologically older, he gets physically younger.
That sounds like some Fae shit, not some undead shit.
That does sound like some Fae shit.
But it's like they still come preloaded with
Instincts?
some basic information. Yeah. And language? Do they all speak the same language? What language do they learn? What language do they all speak?
I mean, he looks like he went out to a life. He looks like he died and came back at least once.
Looks like they've developed their own a little bit.
Where are they getting all the bodies from? Because didn't they just raise a whole bunch of new ones?
Threnna, did they all just climb out of the ground?
There's bodies everywhere.
Oh yeah, ruined city, ruined town.
Creepy.
And she looks and she'll grasp like a few of your hands. She breathes, and it's as though she shares a sense, and you can sense like remains, bones, some partial skeletons, various remains, many places around, about hundreds of bodies around here. And then you get a sense north where you were fighting that they are thousands.
So what determines which ones get brought back and which ones don't?
She shrugs.
Like, why didn't they all just wake up at the same time?
Might take time.
Maybe it depends on the person.
Hey, Lanthor!
No response.
Lanthor!
Run away, Lanthor!
He's actually sitting like back towards you all, looking in on the ruins that are being rebuilt.
Shiny's gonna jump on the broom and fly up to him. Oh, I don't think you heard me. Hi, Lanthor.
I heard you.
Oh. Well, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you respond, so I must have been very far away. Are you possessed?
No.
Are you sure? Have you checked?
He's just gonna look at you. Can you give me the intelligence saving throw real quick, Joey?
Natural 20 for a 25.
Oh! Okay.
I was on D&D Beyond, so you can.
God damn. All right. Well, you only take. What is this? You can take half of. Brain can't math. So you take 11 psychic damage as you just see. What's Shiny's worst nightmare? Like what would be the scariest cage to him, made up of nightmare stuff?
Like what? Wait, nightmare or like what would like cage made out of nightmare stuff?
Cage made out of nightmare stuff.
Probably a cage made out of jazz musicians. Well, I think he's probably a little afraid of spiders at this point now because of dying at the hands of Loth.
Okay, so Alanthor does not say anything, but you see his scar flash and like bits of spiderweb begin to like frill around you before wasting away as you save from mental prison.
I'm gonna have Shiny do a dex check because he's on the broom, and I feel like he would probably flail at the sight of that stuff. That's a 16. I think he loses his he loses his balance and almost falls off the broom, but then rights himself and just kind of wide-eyed looks at Alanthor and then
I'm
just
not possessed.
What?
I'm not possessed.
Got it.
I'm me.
Yep. And he will fly away from Alanthor. He's really grouchy. Also, don't get too close. He does like weird mind stuff.
Oh, great, another one.
But this one's like creepy mind stuff. I don't know, for a second he was trying to do something in my brain. And for a second I saw like spider webs and spiders, creepy crawlies.
I think I could have done some creepy stuff when I when I was psychic.
Not like spiders though.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think I'll just get my answers from the source tomorrow.
I don't know if I have anything that does possession.
I wanted to ask him if he had any idea how he knew how to talk and everything when he first was resurrected. I don't think he wants to talk to me anymore. I get the distinct feeling that he doesn't like me, actually.
Actually, I do have something for possession.
Ellie turns to Laren and goes, I love when our group talks about undead people and forgets that we totally... Well, I mean, you are undead and I did die once.
I seem to be very interested about everything undead. That is good. But, Naomi, would you like to go take a walk with me? Maybe we should take Strenna as well. She's the expert on the topic. But I was wondering what Azra wanted with the bug and what he wanted to do with this place. And so couldn't tell us about that.
I totally think we should totally go take a walk and grab Strenna. Girl time, because this boy time has been a little boring.
Okay.
So I suppose we should go over to where this risen place is.
Again, you've been walking there. It's easy enough to get to. You're going back and forth.
See, Laren did see on Threna's very cute scroll there was a symbol that was very disturbing of that one eye. And she knew that Azra wanted Vecna's book for something. Can she try to, with Nylumia and Threna, try to put things together and see what exactly Azra, or roughly Azra, would have wanted to do with this place?
To with the book?
Yeah, because Azra was all about going there, getting the Book of Wild Darkness, and he apparently wanted it for something.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think so. How do you want to? So you're trying to figure that out by the scroll and by this place? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, seeing its connection maybe to what experimentation Vecna might have done in the Verse Cloud, which we saw firsthand, kind of.
I have
with
a little bit that might be able to help. Nylumia is going to draw in some energy as, hold on. 5d6, so that's 6, 12, 18, 24. She takes 30 damage of health as she cuts herself, and blood turns into time magic and goes back into her. And then she is going to contribute to this with a legend lore.
Okay. So the three of you working together, I think the thing kind of spreads out for a moment, and the fields before you, violet and green figures begin to emerge. And you see a figure of Azrael. And he stands with a woman who Nylumia you recognize as Lecrae, long flowing hair, and a beautiful figure, face. And they embrace. They kiss. And from them come wisps of energy, of this power that floats in the air. And you see more tinier tiefling children. And they surround. Always in pairs. Some grow old. And over time, she has her reach for Lecrae, but she vanishes. He looks out, and all at once these visions of children have grown even older. And you can look very closely now. Each one looks like Asriel. One looks like Amnon. And Azrael looks to the sky. And kind of points. You hear his voice resound out. We've already cheated death. We've already made new life. It's time we claim our deity. These figures can turn and nod. They all vanish except for one. It's weird. The ones in the foreground, the pairs all vanish. And then finally Asriel. But it's as if his form doesn't completely go, and you see where he has left lingers a small version of, now that you've seen him before, you think Amnon, who looks out to where Ezra kind of walked away and vanished. And as they turn, they smile, having only one eye. And the vision fades.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I thought I wouldn't find anything disturbing, but that was something.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but did we all agree that, like, we're saying Azrael's up to become a god? Or, like, Vecna, or somehow achieve that same goal?
Yeah, what did he mean by claim their deity? It sounded like he wanted to replace someone.
Like Vecna.
Yes.
Or maybe even your deity, Serena. I mean, she was once a human.
That's true. So is Vecna.
Exactly. Either of them. My question, though, is the Amnon we know, at least Nailumi is really close to, does he have the missing eye?
No.
Okay, now this is going to even go farther back. When I first joined this campaign, back in the day, we went through one of Azrael's temples. There was pictures in that temple of him and his children with Lecrae.
Mm-hmm.
Now, knowing what we knowing, do any of them resemble the Azrael that we have encountered recently?
That could be a possibility.
I'm very curious to. Oh man, I really think we need to. Laren, how would you feel about tomorrow, before we head to Zadash, while we have Mythalanther hanging out, that we get our bestest buddy Amnon here and have a conversation?
It's becoming a theme, isn't it? Dating
Well,
people all over.
I
the
mean, we
place.
could send him a message and see if he wants to arrive, I guess, but it's kind of hard to teleport into here.
It's just, but if we get in someone who's a potential enemy, and we wouldn't necessarily know that, it's problematic.
That is one thing I'm worried about, but he does have so many questions, and he's loyal to the queen, right? He wouldn't be, he couldn't be playing her that long, could he?
He could have pretended to be loyal to the queen, and one eye is not that difficult to cover up, truly.
But he's my mentor. He found me. That's just weird, okay? It's kind of weird that he was the one that found me after I came back to life, okay? Things just don't check out right.
Did he find you, or did he...
Well, so my original thing was, like, I was found by some drow, and Amnon was part of it. I mean, I don't exactly... when I got killed originally by Sibyl, Natasha, whatever you want to call her, somehow I made precautions when I met the dynasty and the queen that there would be a clone of mine, or at least some type of force here, and somehow I did appear, and when I did, it didn't work totally the right way, and I came back undead.
It didn't happen
like
to work the
Lanthor.
right way.
No, I came back like him.
He, with a group, happened to pick up a former Fey Queen who happened to not come back in the correct way and happened to be undead.
I mean, these things just happen. Check the list, right?
Too many coincidences. I can't say I totally buy it. But if you trust this Amnon that much, we could at least send him a message. Though I would like to think that the fact we are suspecting it, but he does not know, that might be an advantage.
So maybe we keep it on the DL for now and learn more.
We need to figure out what's going on in Zadash, or Azrael is what he's doing.
Yeah, alright. Well, should we go inform the others about what we learned?
Yeah, we should do that.
Okay.
Someone that sense divinity, it becomes a whole thing. Like, people, generations after generations, they're going to try to replace that guy. I still don't know why anyone would do that.
Because, I mean, I've thought about it. Not gonna lie, it's crossed my mind. I mean, it's not that far, much more of a step than from Queen. Just thinking about it. Controlling at least, like, whole planes of power. Yeah.
nobody even knew his name before all of the shenanigans he did. He was super safe. Not super alive, but super safe. And then everyone knows about him now.
Yeah.
Huge target on his back.
All right. This has been. What do you have thoughts on Threada? Anything? You've met both of them. What do you think?
I've not met him. Not.
No, hasn't she? I thought she said she did.
Oh, she briefly talked. Yeah. Because I'm not sure. She thinks. I do know that to channel the energy here, you have to invoke some of the Vecnaean formula. It's only his calculations make sense of this. So his powers, I would say, I guess his arcane beginnings, his philosophy, all of it is coursing through this place. As far as who those are, I mean, to seek to replace her is blasphemy. Becoming a god. That's what she says.
Well, I think we definitely learned something. Oh, yeah. Let's return to the group and inform them at least.
Let's do that.
We come back and tell the group everything we just saw and learned. Yeah, so I'm not sure if Asriel and Lanthor, she's called down to you and included you. I'm not sure if the Azrael you're working with was technically not the real Azrael, but one of his kids, or it could have been a version of Amnon that was the kid. I don't. Did he have like a funky hand or a missing eye?
No. Not the last time I saw him, but I mean, every once in a while he looks different. But it's still Azrael. You can still tell it's Azrael.
Didn't he have a messed up hand when we fought?
Mm-hmm.
I was not there.
When we fought him in the vault, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I remember the description to be his eye was glowing literal green when we saw him in the Whisper Study.
So you're saying that he possibly has the hand in the eye already, and that would make sense of why he'd want the book, because that would be the final piece.
What does that get you, though?
The chance to do whatever he wants, claim his deity, which I'm not exactly sure. Me and Laren were posturing that maybe he wants to take back in his role.
Who?
Azrael.
No, Naz. Naz.
Or,
you said Naz something?
no, Azrael.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard.
Yeah.
And even if he did not want to usurp Vecna's power, it makes sense if he want to rewalk the path to be the inheritor he so called himself. And just ascend to divinity, it would make sense to be in as close proximity to the previous person who did it, right? The hand, the eye, the book, all the knowledge within.
Again?
It just keeps happening.
No, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to me. Azrael and I have been doing everything we can to keep everyone here safe, to protect them from the outside. This doesn't sound like him.
He would need worshippers if he wanted to become a deity.
What's better than raising a land of the undead?
Also, there would be... It's to keep people out, keep the people within safe, but also keeps prying eyes out.
Exactly.
No one would know what he's doing here, not with the forces you have in here, not with you.
And again, Lanthor, what if maybe you're working with a version of one of his children, not the true Azrael that's behind this? Because again, we did see Lucre and them kiss, and both from them dark spirits were born that look exactly like them and Amnon. Multiple ones. So that makes me wonder if they've been spread through the multiverse. Like you, Mars. And other timelines.
I wonder if there are other sources we could attempt to ask.
What if all of these undead were just Azrael?
Oh no, that would be so disgusting.
You're plot hole. I'm not Azrael.
Were you brought back in the Deadlands?
Yes.
How do you know you're not Azrael?
Because I'm me.
That's what Azrael would say.
What?
Careful, he might hit you with spider webs in your head.
How do you want me to prove that I'm not Azrael?
I don't know about that question, but back to Laren's question, about learning if maybe that there is other ones going on. I do have that one spell I could teach you real quick, Laren. Or the contact altar in itself, you having that book might give you access to versions of you that might know more, at least in another timeline.
I am not confident that we could converse truthfully, given who, well, I think I might be at that point. But we could
Very
try.
true. I mean, it's just an option.
I was thinking contacting other playing, but I don't know who I might contact.
I could talk to my patron that way.
That would be
Is
helpful.
your patron Azrael?
No.
I have a spell, but I don't know what it's from. It doesn't say. I thought I looked it up. It's Soul Sight?
Oh, no, that's homebrew. That's from me.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Sorry. I forgot to tag that in my homebrew stuff.
I was like,
That's my home.
Never seen it before.
Warden is in the room, though, right? Currently? So
Yes.
Laren is just going to try contact other playing. Thank you for the paladin aura. Yep, so that saves. So you see Laren's eyes just go dark as she puts one hand on the book, hoping to kind of like it acts sort of like a conduit, but she's not sure. So try to ask about Azra.
Okay. We have no idea who ever says hello to you.
Mm-hmm.
Asking about Asriel. That out. Someone is looking for secrets. Ask.
Is the Azrael we faced his true and original self?
No.
Is Azrael attempting to ascend to divinity?
Yes.
Is he seeking to replace the Whispered One?
Yes.
Does he need the book to complete that ritual?
Yes.
Does he have everything else that he needs?
Yes.
That is exactly 5 questions.
You feel connection fade.
So what'd you learn?
I do not want to think about who I might have contacted, but we might just have stopped Azrael from taking Vecna's place. He has everything else that he needs. It's just the book.
What does it look like
So-
when Laren contacts other playing?
Like her eyes go like pure black, and there's like, I don't know, she's looking off into empty void and space and everything.
So I was right about that. That's cool. That's cool. Cool.
So what's stopping him from taking that book back? I mean, he probably to awaken a dead dragon to come get that book.
Another dead dragon?
The one you're apparently engaged to.
Yeah,
I
look
see.
how well that worked for him. That's what's stopping him.
Well, I don't know. It sounds like fair competition, what he's doing. I mean, Vecna ascended. He's trying to take the place. Isn't that fair competition?
I mean, it is kind of, but he's gonna have to get that book from you if he wants to complete it.
Yeah, and he really doesn't like us, so I think not.
So, sounds like we're gonna have a target on our backs And also sounds like we might have to stop him from ascending to godhood.
Yes, yes.
And so in stopping him, you're bringing him the last thing that he needs.
Oh, well, he'll have to take it.
Rather fight on our terms than his.
Fine. I'll take you to Zadash. Once he gestures back towards the wall. Once they're settled enough. It'll be a couple days, but we'll go.
Lanthor.
Yeah.
Dabbling, not purposely, in the type of magic you had, because once I made a contract with the devil. You mentioned you could also contact your patron. Who is your patron?
I've only seen them twice. It's a whole collective. I don't know what they're called. I don't know. I just know I can contact them.
I was just curious.
Who is your patron?
Mine? Who was it?
Yeah, you said you dabbled with the devil.
Oh, well, Asmodeus, it's fine. I got my soul back and everything.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. But I'm back now. Alanthor's gonna awaken mind, connect to my Lumia, and say, you said Talvin's a bit of a weird problem. How did that happen?
Well, you mentioned that Lucre chick. So during things of trying to take her down, we happened to make a trip to the Feywild, and the group. This was before I had all my memories. Decided to get on a merry-go-round, and Talvin decided to give his soul and body away to deal with the Fae. And then the next one was he kind of did the same thing with Baba Yaga.
Okay. Did he... I don't... That sounds very on brand.
Got
That
so
sounds very...
tight.
Sorry, I just sneezed. That sounds very Talbot. Very Talbot thing to do.
Yeah, but hold on. Now let me pull up her calendar she has made. In about 2 to 3, maybe 4 months, we might have to be making a trip to this island to go deal with the steel thing. If you're free and can leave this place and would like to reunite with him, we have to kind of go save him, or at least get his body back, or else he kind of won't ever have it back.
I have some bad luck in the city of Zadash, so we'll see how that pans out.
Rolls up her puts on the calendar. A lantern might come. Rolls in that note. Okay.
I also think in your, it's very plain to see that being what you being formerly reborn, you can tell Alanther is very reborn, same way as you are, just different origin. And he's just going to break that psychic connection and just stand up, look at everyone, and go back to the wall.
Ellie goes down to one of the buildings during this time that hasn't been that's still vacated. She starts building a sign on it. You're welcome, Matt. You did this, and it says "Wizards of the Roast coming soon." And she looks and she's like, now I do have to get one in the Deadlands somehow.
Cheaper here.
Exactly. And then she points, hey, one of you guys. To one of the undead people. Come over here.
So come on over.
I was curious. Here in a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, would you like an opportunity of a lifetime?
You're friends with Threnna. I'll do what you ask.
Totally awesome. You now own this place called Wizards of the Roast, and you will be making coffee. Yay! You will get a contract sent to you in via dragon mail.
I'm just gonna look up at the gray, cloudy sky and be like, where are they gonna get the beans?
Teleportation magic.
The violet cloudy sky. Yes.
We can't teleport into here.
I'll work out my ways. They'll grow on dead beans, okay?
Okay.
I don't even know if undead drink coffee yet. We have to get this things down first. But
Just
yes,
dirt
and then
water.
she kind of does look to Threnna and goes, your friends you made seem to very much like you.
Yeah. I mean, I made them. That's a good thing.
When does their consciousness start kicking in?
I hope after 7 days.
Okay.
I mean, should be kind of working anyway. I mean, if they're able to talk, that's actually pretty cool.
No, yeah, they can talk.
Well, there you go. Definitely wouldn't be able to do that otherwise. I guess, Illumia, that's what I did it for, to see what would happen.
No, and I loved it. I'm glad it's working, because now it just means
not creepy at
we're
all.
this much closer.
Yeah, this is really I got to experiment with powers I didn't really know existed, and now we get to write down and observe the results.
You don't want to be a god too,
No,
do you?
yeah, right. Are you not a promising follower of Azrael?
No. Nope.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's a 12.
herself.
I believe her.
Yeah. She has such a way about her that, I mean, judging from her whimsy and everything else she says, it seems very normal Threnna.
Yeah, you're totally. Yeah, I believe you. I mean, who would actually want to follow that guy? That's just weird. Well, I'm tired. I will get some sleep, so I'll see you guys. Are we mansioning tonight? Or are we staying here in the new place?
Should be pretty safe here. Oh, if you ask for food, they should bring you some.
Where are they going to get the food from?
Oh, it came with the spell. Like your mansion.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just like your mansion.
Because it's not like the magic's very similar. It's based on the same base formula, but instead of us going to a plane, we project that onto this plane. And then more here with the Luxon you gave me, and then the Deadlands itself not really liking to let anything go. And hopefully this stays around. I at least can make it like we at least have a week.
Interesting.
But it's all the same principle.
Good night.
If we're going to bed, I will attune to the amulet and make my Constitution saving throw.
Very nice.
21.
Okay. Works. What's Shiny doing?
Shiny's just waiting for bed. He wants to do something tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Is there any reaction to all the strange undead beings that have raised and going through for him?
I mean, at this point, no, he's used to this. He's used to this kind of unsurprising things.
So where are they resting?
Naomi is resting wherever Threnna pointed out.
Yeah, there's plenty of places. Where's Shiny? Like, what type of place Shiny making for himself?
Shiny will he will create his he will sort of find a place that's a little tucked away, and he will like trace a circle quietly, and then a 30-foot sphere appears, and when he steps into it, he cannot be seen.
Okay.
So he's going to use his Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow ability.
There's nothing else here in the relative safety of this magical village.
Relative safety.
Go ahead and take your long rest.
So actually, this is a perfect place. So Shiny, being the only elf, only needs 4 hours to rest.
Okay.
And so what he's going to do while he's waiting for everybody else to wake up, he is going to ritually cast. He's gonna come out of his little bubble and sort of sit someplace where those people just were raised up.
Okay.
And he is going to sit there, crisscross applesauce, and put his hands on the ground and ritually cast commune with nature.
Interesting.
But he's trying to. Jeru's don't have any way to talk to gods or other planes, but he can talk to the ground and the spirits that live there in nature.
Okay. Very good. So you push your... So strange. You feel this odd energy in the ground itself. Put it in there.
And if I can, so Shiny will also say, he'll say, "Spirits of the earth, spirits of the dead land, I am new here and far from home. I seek to find you in friendship and understanding."
An intense sadness overwhelms your heart. And a wailing, a torturous scream. And then in the scream, the word Lord. And like a choking, like they can't say something. What do you ask?
Oh, he will ask, how are people being brought back? What is bringing people back?
With buried laughter, buried wings, a city of masks and mirth long fallen. He plundered its memory to seed his dominion. Now its ghosts roots deep and dream again. Not of freedom, but of becoming stone. In this moment, you realize whatever you are communing with, the spirits, the power of this land, of course is in pain, of course is being tortured, but very specifically is under a gash and is unable to speak directly. A very powerful magic.
Does this feel painful to Shiny at all?
I think Shiny's empathic kind of like feels this, you know.
Yeah. What else to ask? I thought that above table. I thought the Razgard created the Deadlands. The original Razgard.
More or less.
Where did all these souls come from? Are they people? Were they people? Are they new?
They were sung into stillness, King of Summer. Joy unraveled, their essence thread spun. A weaver walks here, Azrael, child of rot. He binds their color to a newborn dark. Our people are roots beneath a world not yet born.
I guess as a last thing, can Shiny use the connection he has right now to see if there are any other portals to other planes in the immediate area? Not even immediate area, within 3 miles.
Miles. You do. The plateau to the west.
We're off to see the wizard. Oh, sorry.
Is that all the spell would do?
Yeah. Shiny will just sort of sit there. And he'll just sit there in that exact spot until everybody gets up.
And everyone having been staring at Shiny this whole time.
Yeah, I know. Apparently, I didn't realize nobody sleeps but Nilumia.
Mars is asleep. Elaine throws up on a wall. He's not looking at you.
Did you say Mars does or doesn't sleep?
He does. I misspelled. I typoed.
Oh, okay.
Threnna is definitely sleeping, snoring very loudly, hair messed up with twigs in it. And like butt straight up in the air.
Threnna's big day.
I love her.
Literally me.
Shiny will start counting, waiting for the exact moment. 8 hours is Mars has had enough sleep, and he's going to be sitting right next to Mars, just again crisscross applesauce, just like waiting for Mars to wake up. Kind of like how a puppy will just sit there and watch and stare at you when you wake up in the morning. The dog's hungry, the puppy's hungry, so he just stared at you.
When Mars eventually does wake up, he's used to this. This is usually how he wakes up in the morning. Hi. Morning. If it is morning.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what it is, morning or whatever, but it's not yesterday. There are bones of spirits under the ground, and they sound like they're in a lot of pain.
Oh. That's not good. Do they have coffee? I think Nairobi has coffee.
Nope. And he will, like, I guess once everybody gets together, he will basically mind dump, or he will just word vomit everything that he just experienced with that spell. So I try to do this thing where I can like talk to the spirits of the nature all around us. I thought it'd be kind of an interesting thing to do because this is a new place, never been here before, and I like to talk to the spirits sometimes when I'm in a new place. And these spirits were different. I knew they'd probably be different, but they seemed like they're in a lot of pain. In fact, actually, they are definitely under some kind of, the land itself is under some kind of geish, and they're not happy about it, and it's painful. And Azrael is the one who,
Get away from
he's like seeding this land with.
Well, it's desecrated. We found out yesterday that the land is desecrated.
Hearing this, it's just so Shiny relayed the entire riddle, kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
And stuff.
yeah. Shiny, we were like everything. Joey does not have the ability to retain that much information.
The description sounds so very Fey, though. This is fire talk. I don't know.
Well,
Can
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just asking, can Laren kind of like make an intelligence check to see if this refers actually to Fae? Because it called Shiny King of Summer, and it's, I suppose it's, I don't know.
Oh, I think I know. Okay.
Are these Fae essence
Yeah.
woven into people?
Is that part of what he's doing? Is he stealing all those Fae essences so that he could pump them into this ground and then create his own people?
That
Very
would follow
laughable
him
things.
and make him a god?
No, this is so very much Fae. Wings, laughter, city of masks.
Well, if we're gonna be here another day, I can try to end possession on something if you would like.
I mean, I can keep talking to the spirits too. It's not like a limit on how much I can do that. Technically, you know, if there were rules in this world that we live in, technically there's no limit on my ability to do that.
So the DMs are going to talk here. There's certainly not a limit to what you all can do. I want to remind you that a good story usually is shown and not told.
Yeah.
And so just keep that in mind with whatever you do.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is like you could definitely spell yourself out of a good story here.
No, yeah, okay.
Right, especially high level. You have this abilities to kind of, well, let's get this answer and get this answer as opposed to discover the answer. And it might not be as fun.
I do think we should make our way to the dash, since I feel that's the hub of where this started, Alanthor, correct?
You see, Alanthor has a metal bottle that he's drinking from, and it's steaming. Takes a sip. Just about, yeah.
Wait, but Nalumia, the spirits also told me that there is a plane, there is a portal to another plane over by a plateau to the west.
There was a plane right where we came from in the last town to the abyss.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
I'm sure there's many planes, but we could check that out as we head to Zadash to see where it goes to, at least.
Is the dash to the west of us?
Zadash
Yes.
is northwest.
But
West
yes,
end.
it is in a way west. It might be northwest, but it's a part west.
Still in a westerly direction, yes.
Do we have the mind link up?
Let's check. Yes.
Shiny in the mind link is going to say, because I think we were kind of saying it above table, but it did occur to me during the vision that it was also kind of Fayish, and I did make that connection. Shiny would have made that connection too. So I think he's not going to. We're not going to do anything about it, obviously, right? But he's just going to say through the connection, like, what if like this is somehow related to the face essences that are being taken?
That's why I say we get to Zadash, because if this is the hub, there might be a stronger connection there.
Really don't like this guy.
But on the bright side, he might have similar powers as yours, Shiny. He weaves souls. Make a friend? No? Fine.
Sorry, no, I mean, you're whatever you say, Laren, good idea. But I was just thinking, what would happen if I tried to use that power here myself?
Like, what do you mean?
Well, I guess, I don't know. If there was an
I mean-
essence to reconstitute here?
You should definitely experiment.
Sorry. Not really sorry. I'm gonna interject here. What?
Oh, I can bring people back from the. I can restore.
Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I stopped.
Elanthor's gonna use Awaken Mind on Shiny. What?
Wait, was Nilumia telling Shiny to stop talking, or were you talking to somebody else, Josh?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to the cat. My bad.
Okay.
Kind of similar.
Yeah. No, it is.
Shiny the cat, same thing. It applies either way. I actually totally forgot what I was saying. Does anybody remind me?
What? Elanthor is asking what power it is.
Oh, yeah. No, I just have this ability to reconstitute souls that have been sort of like poofed and then shredded. I can put them back together. Although I've only ever done this to Fae, so I don't know if it works. Theoretically, it should work on any kind of soul.
Well, if these were Fae souls.
What
were we saying, Warden?
Well, if these are Fae, right?
Right. So if these... Maybe that would be why not everybody gets resurrected at the same time, because he needs to collect the No, this can't be right. No, I think I'm going conspiracy theorist here because
No, Shiny, keep going. Keep going.
I mean, it's possible, right?
I think it is.
It's very possible, because if he has magic of the beacons or possesses them, they collect souls, and he's like we were talking about, trying to tune the beacons to Fey energy, and he's managed to put them into somewhere in like these lands. Those souls would get deposited, and if he's placed a high level geese on this land that they don't remember anything, they're not Fey souls anymore. They become what he wants them to play. Come out of this.
How do you get rid of a geese?
High level, remove curses, wishes, or greater restorations.
Oh, I can do a greater restoration
on the whole land, though.
Oh no, I was thinking more on like one of them, and like if they were a Fae previously, then they might remember. Or even if they're not Fae, like maybe they'll just remember something.
Try.
We need to volunteer.
Ask Threnna. She made them.
You! This one's... They volunteer? Right? Yes, I volunteer.
Oh. Okay, I'm not really sure about the consents of this situation here.
You consent, right? Yes. Threnna.
Okay. And I will cast Greater Restoration on it. Or him, or them.
Yeah.
I think, and what it looks like is Shiny will put his hands on either sides of their shoulders, and like green and green and yellowish energy sort of just radiates from him through his hands and up and down them. They sparkle.
So the sparks, all the sparkles move throughout this creature. And it's almost bits of flesh that cling to this form. As he just suddenly, where? And they begin speaking a language you've heard but don't quite understand, as has been your time here with many of the people here. Vishnandaka Null.
Can we get a translator?
Quickly, can we cast tongues?
Do I
It's Sylvan,
understand
though,
what you're
right?
saying?
What?
Is it Sylvan?
It's not Sylvan.
Wait, you said it sounds Sylvan?
No.
Oh.
So it's not Sylvan.
Oh.
It sounds like much of what you, some of you, one of you had cast tongues when you came here to talk to some of the folks.
Oh, yeah, Naomi did.
Mm-hmm.
Does somebody have that spell now?
Yeah. Naomi cast it on you.
Hello, friend. Welcome back.
Back from where? We're friends.
Oh.
Why am I here? Who am I? What am I? What's... If Lanthor's around, all this sounds very familiar.
No, I think it just released them from
Release them from threatened service. They're awake now. Lanthor's gonna step in. He's gonna put his hand on Shiny's shoulder. I have a thing. He's gonna look this being square in the eyes, and slowly put his hands on their shoulders, and with awakened mind, just start telepathically giving reassurances, like you're okay, you're where you're supposed to be. This is your new life now. You're gonna have a happy life. Here's some basic comments. Here's a little bit of a download.
Download comment to it.
Just the basics.
Trying to use Matrix technology over here. Right, they kind of go right. Just, and they begin speaking in broken common. Looking, you can see that they essentially are just like you're witnessing the birthing of a new mind almost.
Okay, well that didn't work. I could try to cast Greater Restoration on the ground, or I can try to see if either I can reconstitute something.
I have a better idea. How about we head to Zadash, like our plan is, where there's been people that have been around longer and might have experienced this rebirth and stuff naturally than through magic that was done less than 24 hours ago. And you might be able to learn more about everything. Because again, I think where this all started would be the best place. I mean, I love the ambition of us spending hours in this Elderwind, but again, it's not our mission here.
We're just not going to get answers here.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's the dragon attacked here because it's the least guarded, obviously, and Mars wasn't here at the moment, or not Mars, Lanthor, sorry. But
no, just nearby. But yeah, you also attack the rising ground. That's what I think.
Do we wind walk to Zadash?
I say we windwalk, or can we windwalk?
Yeah.
Well, let's windwalk to that portal you're talking about, or planar rift. See where, or if we can at least get a sense where that's open to. Because I mean, if it's natural, that's fine. But if it's not, and Azrael does have some weird connections going on in this land, and he opens something to somewhere to allow some type of energy to come in, you might want to deal with it.
Okay. Shani will pull out the candle and circumambulate it around the group and blow the candle out. And as the smoke touches everybody, they turned into wind, except for Nilumia. Nilumia's wind has the slight scent of sulfur to it.
Just because I was in hell.
No, it's because you're a stinker.
All right.
Bye, Lanthor.
Are you there?
Did you leave Lanthor?
Oh, I mean, were we going to bring him?
I mean, I thought we were because
I was going to help you. It sounded like he was.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He would have included the Lanthor too.
That would have been funny. We just all go off. Lanthor's like, "You're like, we'll see you get there in like a week. Have fun."
Really? All right, fine. Bye. I don't need to sleep or anything. I'll just go.
No, he would have included a Lanthor. Once someone would have noticed Shiny not doing a Lanthor and be like, you missed somebody.
Mars would just nudge and be like, get him too. And the horse.
And then we fly off to Zadash. Oh, the horse too.
All right. So you're trying to go to the plateau first, right?
Yep.
That's what Nilumia suggests. Okay. Flying now, having done this within the safety of the village, you able to quite easily get 3 miles in almost no time at all. And as you fly above, you see on the surface of this plateau is rune scarred. It seems to be made out of pure obsidian, covered in a luminous moss. Into the stone, delicate carvings of interlocking spirals, etched in vines and in bone. The very center is an ornate kind of what looks like a round fountain pool. In this luminous blue crystal, smooth. In the center of it contains what at first appears to be an endless hole. So as you swirl around, seems to be liquid. It's like absorbs all light. The blackest black. What would you like to do?
Lanther's never seen this before, right?
Correct. In fact, there's this odd sensation as they said, follow us, and you were following. That when you were looking at the ground, you wanted to turn. As you followed these people, you could, but you were becoming almost nervous. It's as if everything about this was trying to keep all of you away in some aspect, but your knowledge of it seemed to be able to lead you here. And ultimately was following Shiny.
When you said there's ruins, is there actually any writing around of any sort?
Not that would to be like a language.
Not looking for like a language, looking for more like if there's a rune to designate what plane this could possibly be leading to.
Mm-hmm.
Like the fire plane, airplane.
Arcana or religion would work well here.
Okay. That's going to be a 32.
Okay. This. You recognize the spirals, the runes, as something called a soul flow. These, and you remember from some things that they're dunamantic, or at least dunamancy references them. Some thought that the Feywild knows them, but they're all about reconstituting energy. The idea of constitution uses soul flows. These seem bound in such a way that location is meant to be part Shadowfell at times, part Fey, but different. It's more I guess you'd get that there's. I guess you would have heard of these things, as though these go to domains within the Shadowfell, dark domains. And as you fly above, there's a bubble that pops out from the fountain. And as it pops, you hear many voices at once. Eletho.
After that bubble just said your name.
Do you have a friend-shaped bubble? Or no, do you have a bubble-shaped friend?
Lanther's just gonna start descending down nervously. Just where the sea's just going to get closer and closer. It's going to stop like 100 feet away.
Okay.
Is that you lot in there?
Are you becoming solid?
Oh yeah, he'll actually land down at the side and become solid. Or kind of
Okay.
as a cloud.
There you go.
Brain isn't braining anymore.
Say, kind of bubbles. We were curious when you'd find us. Quiet.
I didn't know you would be here. I didn't know here existed.
Substance almost boils, as if angry.
Had I known, I would have. Since this body woke up, I've wanted to know why. Why I was with you, why I'm back. I want to know why. So had I known you were here, I would have come.
Simply say, indeed. You were the beginning of what happened here. What was done to you. And through it, we were lured, says another voice. Some of us trapped. And everyone can hear this. I don't mean this to just be an Alanthor thing. Though it certainly has some things pertaining.
Shiny will solidify a few feet behind Alanthor. Who is us? Alanthor, do you know who these are?
He raises his right hand, the blackened hand. This is the collective. This is my patron. These voices. They're who I first heard at the bottom of the lake on the coast. Many times after.
So we found your god?
I wouldn't use God, but sure. My guides.
Hello, guides. My name is Shiny.
The Fae who would be king. We know you.
Not disconcerting at all. What do I call you?
I kind of. No need. We have no name.
So, no name?
So many have called us Dark.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was guessing. This thing right here, Naomi motions towards what she was looking at. Exactly. Were you the ones to open this soul siphon thingy, or was another one to create it?
The one who has made himself many. The one we sought to collect. Azrael made this.
Are you trapped in this?
Some of us. The ones that came to collect him.
Why are you... Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Good night, Lumia.
Why are you trying to collect him?
He's beautiful. Perfect. Prime piece for our collection.
No. Okay, this is kind of above the table of memory. Naomi's met Lucre from when she first escaped the Shadowfell, or in that way. And then we've been in Nicodranus where her house became a Dominion Dread and she got reclaimed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is Naomi getting that kind of vibe from this?
Yeah.
Yeah. We might be able to help you. You're collecting him. Would that be placing him in your realm?
One all his own.
Naomi's gonna say in everybody's head everything she just knows about past the prey that they locked away in a shadow demi plane.
But incidentally, you also know that it took that place.
Uh-huh.
Which means it likely would
The
take
dash would go. Yeah.
or bigger.
Or the whole Deadlands.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean, like, we're trying to trap Azrael?
So you know how, like, technically above table, like, Strahd is in the Dark Realms, and Barovia used to be on a world and got ripped out of the world?
Oh.
We would be doing that to Cassandra. We would be ripping, technically, the Deadlands into its own Shadow Realm, and there would be no more any of these towns.
We would be doing this, but how?
If we were to give Azrael to him. Because they also want him now. We learned. Back again. Well, I mean, it's just an option, guys. You know. You have some interesting friends, Lanthor.
Would bringing him to you set you free? Remove the snares.
It would take all of their deaths to free us from this corpse.
Whose death exactly?
His. The Ezreal, who now is also the Amnon.
Did they just say Azrael's also Amnon?
Kind of, yeah. What do you mean? Like, we saw that he had children.
Are they the same person?
Not the same. But weaved into this carcass.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how the crate came into this, huh? And that's what you guys got your connection, and he got the connection to you guys, huh?
Remember, Shiny, give me either Arcana or History, please.
They're both a -1, so.
Guidance from Melanthor.
Oh. What's it, D4? It's a dirty 20.
Your mind begins to swirl as much of what once was Titania was given to you long ago. And with this talk, you finally know this fountain, what it's truly made from. When Archfey decide to be gone, they become blue and crystalline. You know many have passed because of the events. And that is what makes up the fountain before you.
Oh. Hey, Lumia, one of your old memories just hit me.
Which one?
He will relay. So, the fountain, when, you know how, like, Archfey, when they just kind of get tired and, like, all ennui and stuff, and, they turn into blue crystals. That's the thing that this fountain is made out of dead Archfey.
Well, Mr. King, think you could talk to him?
Are they talkable?
Your sense is to make this, whatever made them that has probably been long drawn away.
I think they're just kind of inert now. They're just crystals. There's nothing inside anymore.
Mr. Bubbly Water, do you know who exactly when this well was made?
We do not no. We don't get time. Has no meaning.
Was it made for you?
Yes. To trap us. And to use us.
To use you? How did he trick you into getting into the fountain? Was it a pool party?
Made himself known, and we came with this whole place, not realizing he had known where he'd come. Souls ready to funnel, to feed, to empower. You see all like the many soul markings here.
Is there anything I can do for you now before going to kill him?
Pause as they simply say, this would be in telepathy to Alanthor. You stand with more candidates. Help them become what we need.
More minds in the dark.
Yes. I think with that, we will end for tonight. Come back to us next week. Okay.